but how and when. It's up to Miguel Cotto to change that perception and that script.
Can it really be 16 years since the kid we used to call Pretty Boy Floyd was on the Olympic team in Atlanta? Could his pro career have really lasted that long? And Larry's so right about his recent dominance. He doesn't lose fights. He very seldom loses rounds. So let's see what Cotto can do to try to upset the brilliance of Floyd Mayweather.
We should mention that they're using 10-ounce gloves in this division. 10-ounce gloves are the same gloves that heavyweights wear. Well, I don't know, Manuel, maybe you can tell us how that could impact this fight.
Well, originally, Floyd wanted 8-ounce gloves because he wanted to, I guess, maximize his speed and power. And surprisingly, Miguel wanted 10 ounces. And Miguel's reason for that, he said he get better protection by having wider gloves. So ultimately, the decision came down to the boxing commission. They said one guy couldn't have one size, and because they almost agreed on that, one having 10 and one having 8. So the commissioner decided to make it 10 ounces, which is the standard rule for junior middleweights and all.
Exactly right. It's been a rule in Las Vegas for several years now. If you're at 154, you wear 10-ounce gloves. If you're at 147, you wear 8-ounce gloves. That's why Mayweather was accustomed to the 8-ounce glove.
But Larry, I like your idea. I mean, the same weight gloves for these guys, 154 pounds, as like Latimer Klitschko, my guy who weighs about 100 pounds more. I think an in-between size of a 9-ounce glove would be appropriate.
Round one is not a mismatch so far. Cotto's landed a couple of punches and gotten in on Mayweather, but Mayweather, as usual, is flexing his jab from the outside, looking for space. Remember, he can lead with a jab, he can lead with a left hook, he can lead with a straight right hand. His right hand over the top counter-punching is maybe the best and most effective punch in the sport. His left hook is equally devastating. Against Ortiz in the early rounds, he was landing more or less at will. Cotto's better than Ortiz.
Well, you have two world-class fighters here, really. Not only this is what the title is, ring kings, that's what they are. I mean, it's not just Mayweather and an opponent. Both of the guys are world championship caliber opponents.
Stop. They trade body shots, and then Mayweather clamps down on Cotto. Tony Weeks breaks him apart. Tony Weeks has been a tremendously prominent referee here in Las Vegas ever since his work in Corrales Castillo 1 9 years ago. Cotto momentarily cutting off the ring on Floyd Mayweather. Misses with the right hand. Miguel is fighting with confidence and getting something done here and there.
And the reason they raise the glove size is because they can't influence how a fight goes. I mean, we've heard gloves called pillows. You could sleep in these gloves.
Cotto fighting behind the tight defensive guard. Hasn't taken all that much in the first round. Mayweather got in a couple shots before the end. Cotto got in a body shot. Interesting.
That's what you have to do right there. Don't do no more than what you're doing right now. Boxing all day long. Too much skill point. Do what you do. Make the fight easy. Make it easy. Get close to you, tie him up. That's it. Keep boxing. Keep boxing.
You okay? When you're on the inside, shoulder to the side and work. Work, Jody.
Can you fathom what Cotto's strategy is in this fight, Emmanuel?
Well, he's trying to get in close. He's trying to take the distance away from Floyd, crowd him. And that's the only thing he can do. He can't try to outbox Floyd. So he's just trying to get in close and make it more of a physical fight.
CompuBox numbers in round one say Mayweather, he landed 13 out of 39, to Cotto only 5 of 36. But that big difference came from jabs. Mayweather landed 8 jabs to only, or 11 jabs, I should say, to only 5 for Cotto. Stop. Or 3, I should say. Cotto landed 2 power shots. Bottom line is, the numbers say it was a Mayweather round, but Cotto was in the round. Right hand over the top by Mayweather. Miguel Cotto taking advantage of the opportunity to get a little bit physical with Floyd. Usually Floyd retaliates for stuff like that with punches.
And this time he shook hands with him, which bit of a contrast to the end of the Ortiz fight.
Well, like I say, it's two different classes right here that from what both guys have been fighting in the past. And at this stage right now, Floyd is winning the fight, but he has been able to really penetrate effectively against the defense of Cotto. And I should say vice versa.
Floyd fired 2 right-hand shots over the top, and both of them were partially blocked, but partially landed. Cotto landed a right hand there while breaking away. Very hard to land a right hand against Floyd Mayweather because of the shoulder roll defense, which he has protected, or perfected throughout his career.
Sugar Ray Leonard told me if he were fighting Mayweather, he would not try to hit his jaw. He says you can't hit the jaw, you have to hit him higher on the head.
I've always thought that if you're ever going to beat him, the formula is body shots.
But it's not that easy. Mayweather works very good with his left shoulder.
This is the plan for Cotto for sure. Corner Mayweather in the corner and try to land against him along the ropes. This is a much more competitive fight than was the case against Victor Ortiz in the first 2 rounds. Miguel Cotto just missed that left hook.
And this is sort of the newish Mayweather who is trying to get away from mitts Mayweather to hits Mayweather.
Definitely becoming a much more offensive fighter in the last 2 or 3 outings, and showing it here as Miguel Cotto's forcing him to be an offensive fighter.
Yeah, but Miguel can't really get Floyd's body in the right position where he can effectively land his left hook. Floyd is always leaning over to his right, but Miguel can't really land his best punch with his left hook to the body.
He's managed to get him pinned against the ropes, but of course, just as he's brilliant at everything else, Mayweather's brilliant at fighting off the ropes. Crowd loves it because they can feel a sense of competition here.
Listen, come in, go in with the feint. Go with the feint and be more effective with the contact. Careful with your uppercut. Careful with your defense so you don't catch the uppercuts, all right? Work them and then push them off. All right, champ. Be more active. Be more active, get closer. If you're tense, move back, move your legs into the box.
Even though Floyd is considered the defense fighter in the fight, you see him landing shots, very good eyes, picking shots right between the gloves, the side of the gloves. Even though Miguel has his hands up high, Floyd is finding little gaps to get inside.
And even though those gloves look about 10 inches wide each.
There's Miguel Cotto's mom, seated in the first row at ringside. Power shots in round 2. Mayweather 11 of 28, Cotto 9 of 38. Cotto got in a couple of body shots that were good in that round. Jab lands for Cotto. He has a well-timed jab. It's not quick necessarily, but he can throw it at the moment when you don't expect it.
I haven't seen Cotto in a while, Jim. Has he always worn these high pink socks?
No, I haven't seen them before. I do not recall seeing them.
Well, they both have fashion statements. Mayweather with what looks like some kind of a leather trunks.
The Cotto constituency in the crowd begins to chant for their man. Cotto, Cotto, Cotto. Miguel fighting behind a tight guard, as you pointed out, Emmanuel. And he gets in body shots, but takes a flush right hand from Mayweather for his trouble. That's the trouble with going to the body against Floyd. You get countered with the straight right hand.
Yeah, but see, Floyd really isn't putting his body in the position. If the guy's got his body bending forward from the center part, Miguel can land his left hook to the body. But he can't do it that much with Floyd. Floyd is protecting his side, his right side, where he gets hit at the hooks. And also, look at Floyd's eyes. All of these punches, he has unbelievable eye contact. One of the best I've ever saw since Muhammad Ali. Never loses the focus of his opponent as he's fighting.
Still, he's taking considerably more contact in the first 3 rounds here than has been the case in most of his recent fights.
Yeah, but he's rolling most of those punches. He's not getting inside. He's blocking and rolling his shoulders.
As usual. Little right hand to the body by Cotto, and he sticks it upstairs, and Mayweather smiles and shakes his head. Here's the jab, and he got it right onto the chin of Mayweather.
That is the punch that Mayweather is more vulnerable than any punch is a jab, particularly if you jab over top of his right hand.
Cotto lands another jab. Mayweather counters it with the right hand over the top. Now he leads with the right hand. Miguel almost got money on a right hand there. Lancing blow. Now he lands the jab again.
Well, we saw De La Hoya land a lot of jabs, particularly in the first 8-9 rounds.
And some body shots as well.
And Mayweather took those shots.
De La Hoya ultimately couldn't keep it all together. Faded in the closing part of the fight.
Manos libres. Hands straight.
Stop. Well, it may be another